I was lucky that I was on West Fort Hood, far away from where the actual shooting was taking place. But our next guest was also at the Fort Hood shooting back in 2009. Retired Army Sergeant Howard Ray is a decorated survivor of the 2009 terrorist massacre in which he saved 9 lives. Howard's a CHL instructor. He holds a BS in criminal justice. He's an ardent supporter of the Second Amendment, a supporter of states' rights, and an Article 5 states convention. And he recently ran for state representative for House District 59, and he still pursues his fight for liberty. Please welcome Sergeant Howard Ray.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Howard Ray, and it means an awful lot to travel from Fort Hood to here today, because what we're here for is essentially liberty and freedom. On November 5th, 2009, those freedoms and those liberties were taken away from 13 men and women and 1 unborn child, and we're almost taken away from 32 others. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you right now, there is nothing more important than your freedom here in the state of Texas or a stone's throw away over there in Oklahoma or anywhere else in this nation. One of the things that we have to also realize is that we do have a government that seeks to cover its tracks, to make sure that they are not responsible for anything, whether or not it was their fault. Hence the 2009 terrorist attack on Fort Hood. Who here believes that that was a terrorist attack? Yell it out. Let me hear it. Yeah! All right. So I'm not stupid. I know what I'm talking about. All right. Who believes that the BLM's land reach is unconstitutional? Yeah! Okay. Again, I'm not stupid. That's good to know, because I've often wondered sometimes. But ladies and gentlemen, what we have to really understand and come to grips with is that we're a nation that is governed for, of, and by the people. And I know we're like-minded people, and we think about these things in that context. But there's people that are really more concerned with personal power, personal gratification, than any one of us could ever imagine. And that's what people come to realize when they look at the actions of the Obama administration, when they look at the actions of the Senate and the House. And though I like to side my support more along the Republican side, these corruptions of power are going on both sides of the aisle and in between. And so the reason why we're here today isn't a Democrat or a Republican issue. It's an American issue. And I want to make sure that my children, your children, are able to taste the fruits of freedom that our forefathers laid. One of the things that made me want to start running for public office and get in front of people and talk to people and encourage people to take on the torch of liberty was this. Again, go back to the 2009 shooting. I was fired upon multiple times that day. And I almost didn't get to go home to my wife and children. And there were many there that day that didn't. And therefore they were robbed of their life, their liberty, and everything that the American character holds dear to them. And that's not right. And as American citizens, we can't stand for that at all. At every chance that we have the opportunity to come together, whether you're from Oklahoma, New York, California, okay, no, I'm just kidding. As many times that we can come together as a nation and unify under one principle, that we believe in freedom, that we believe in what I wrote to my sons in a journal. I wrote this very simple phrase: My sons, I love you very dearly, and I want you to pursue liberty. That's the way I started out that journal, and I think that's the way we all need to be. Whether we're fighting against the Bureau of Land Management, or the EPA, or some abortion activist down at the Capitol. I think because she wears pretty pink tennis shoes and blonde hair that she's got some kind of say-so. We have to come together. We have to unify under the principle that we are Americans, and every American here, especially those that have served our nation, deserve the freedoms that come to all Americans, just as a blessing of being born here in the United States. In closing, I want to say, I see a lot of veterans out here. How many veterans do we have? Raise your hand. Thank you for your service. And I see First Team over there. I'm all about First Team. But ladies and gentlemen, we have to keep our oaths that we made as veterans to keep this nation free. If we don't, the carpet will be pulled out from underneath us and we'll fall flat on our face. I love each and every one of you, even though I haven't come around and necessarily met every one of you. I know that because you're here today, that you're an American. I know you're a friend, and I know you're a patriot. Let's do a service to our nation. Let's do a service to one another. Let's love and serve each other as God told us to. And let's make America the exceptional place it is. Thank you.